While the West slept, BRICS moved. And now, the world as you knew it is ending. Not with bombs or bullets, but through silent betrayal, dirty deals, and digital chains. This isn't just about 5 countries forming an alliance. This is about a new global order, where your freedoms, your money, your speech, and even your sovereignty are all on the chopping block. Before we continue, if you're loving the content and want to take things to the next level, why not consider joining the channel? As a member, you'll unlock some seriously awesome perks. We're talking exclusive badges, emojis to flex in the comments, sneak peeks of upcoming videos, and even special shoutouts during the show. Plus, you'll be directly supporting the channel so I can keep bringing you the best content possible. Just hit that join button below and take your seat among the legends. And hey, if you're not ready to join, no worries. Your likes, comments, and shares still mean the world to me. Thanks for being here and know that you are appreciated. Now let's continue with the video. Once a small club of emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS has now mutated into something far more dangerous. It's not just an economic alliance anymore, it's an empire in the making. With the inclusion of Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the UAE, and Ethiopia, BRICS now controls more oil, more rare earth metals, and more anti-West sentiment than any other bloc on Earth. And South Africa? Instead of defending our own people, our so-called leaders rolled out the red carpet for tyrants and terrorists. BRICS was supposed to be about mutual cooperation, but now we're just a pawn in China's game. They bring their own surveillance systems, their AI facial tracking, their digital yuan, and our government opens the door wide like obedient servants. We fought for freedom in 1994. Now we're selling it off one BRICS meeting at a time. Let's talk about the real puppet masters. Russia, isolated by the West, saw BRICS as its lifeline. China, already the biggest surveillance state on Earth, sees BRICS as its backdoor into dominating the global South. These two don't want balance. They want control. They want to kill the US dollar, not because they want peace, but because they want dominion. And if you think your country is too far away to be touched by this, remember this. It's not about geography anymore. It's about data, currency, influence. And BRICS is rewriting the rules while the West argues over pronouns. Why do you think they're obsessed with creating a new global currency? Because the dollar is power, and if they can break it, they can break the West. Break NATO, break the last obstacle in the way of total global control. So they started small. Bilateral trade deals, UN-based oil sales, sanctions avoidance. And soon, central banks all over Africa and Asia began dumping dollars and stacking gold. What does that mean for you? Hyperinflation, weakened economies, and global black markets that answer to Beijing and Moscow, not to democracies. But BRICS isn't just about money, it's about information control. China has already exported its surveillance model to more than 80 countries. Facial recognition, censorship AI, digital IDs, all branded as security upgrades. South Africa welcomed this with open arms, cameras in townships, monitoring systems in city centers. But they're not watching criminals, they're watching you. BRICS is turning into a panopticon, a global surveillance dome where dissent is crushed before it speaks. And where's big tech in all this? They didn't resist. They didn't warn you. They sold you out. Zuckerberg, the Silicon Valley snake, let Meta fold to Chinese pressure just to sell VR headsets. Facebook silenced Chinese dissidents living in America. They censored anyone calling out the CCP, and then handed user data straight into communist hands. Creators get demonetized just for criticizing the Chinese government. Free speech is dying, not from laws, but from terms of service. These platforms are becoming digital dictatorships, loyal not to users, but to BRICS-friendly regimes. BRICS was sold to Africans as a new dawn, but all we got was new masters. Our mineral wealth, being siphoned off for foreign projects, our data, mined, stored, and used against us. Our sovereignty, traded for infrastructure loans that bury us in debt. We were promised partnership. Instead, we became prey. And while our leaders smile at summits and take selfies with tyrants, ordinary South Africans suffer. Make no mistake, this ends in one of two ways. One, the West wakes up, decouples from BRICS, and reclaims the digital frontier. Or 2, BRICS wins and we enter a multipolar dystopia, where every region has its own dictator, its own censorship system, and its own digital gulag. And don't think neutrality will save you. This isn't the Cold War. This is a fight for global infrastructure, digital sovereignty, and human freedom. You need to understand what's happening behind the scenes. The press won't tell you. The platforms will silence you. But someone has to speak. Because if we don't, your kids will grow up in a world where every device reports to a central party, every transaction is monitored, and loyalty to the state is more valuable than truth. It starts with BRICS. But it doesn't end there. So pay attention, ask questions, speak louder, and don't buy into the fantasy that BRICS is the savior of the global south. It's not. It's the Trojan horse of our time. And if we don't stop it, we'll all be inside the gates before we realize it was never about balance. It was about control. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.